Good evening, Laura. How are you this Saturday?
I'm good, and you?
Oh, good, man. Very excited to jump into our guest. We have with us, you want to say who we have with us this evening?
We've got Maryke.
Yay.
Always lovely to have her with
Hello,
us.
ladies.
We love having Maryke on our stream. How are you this wonderful Saturday?
I am freezing cold, so I am sitting with a nice cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah, no, it's warming.
Good.
Sorry, Law?
I said hot chocolate is always good.
Amen.
Hot chocolate and Milo. I love Milo.
And Horlicks. Horlicks, except the stuff's gotten.
I don't like Milo. I've never had Milo in my life, except the first time when I decided I don't like it.
I'll take Anasta. Always different. That's why you rock. Like you are always different. Always have to be different. So yeah, Laura, anything to start this evening?
Well, not really to start. I was just going to ask Maryke to tell us about the silhouette shooting that she does. Give us a little bit more info other than what I've read up. Would be good.
Well, yeah, it's if we want to start off so technical, so early in the chat.
Sorry, I want to find out about that picture with you holding that semi-automatic rifle when you were like a wee babe. Like, I want to find out about that. Like, how? Wow, my gosh.
Yes. Yeah, no, I will share that story. I just want to say, if the silhouette shooters are watching, drop a like, say hello in the chat. Welcome, and hopefully this is the first of many to come. I will probably be on again with some more shooting related stuff when we actually get back into the swing of things. Okay, so the picture with me and the R1, the SA Army R1, that was taken in 1986, and it was my dad's service weapon. 1986, there was some unrest in the township, so I had to, he carried it around wherever he went, and he took it home. So why he made me pose with the gun, I don't know, but he clearly had a good intentions from a young age.
Is Dad with us today? Is he watching?
Yeah, my dad is watching. Hi, Paul.
Fantastic.
Hello,
lovely.
Hello.
There, I see. He said David Willemse. That's my girl doing that. Yes, that's your girl.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, that is 1986, if I'm not wrong, is also the year that my dad took up metallic silhouette shooting. So he was doing it first, and then he roped in basically the entire family into that. I grew up around guns. I was never afraid of the things. I learned how to use them at an early age. And when I went to high school, I was in the school shooting team for the .22 Bisley shooting. And there I progressed up to provincial level, I think for 4 of the 5 years, if not for 5 of the 5 years that I was in high school. I missed my national colors with like 1 or 2 points at the end of the day. So yeah, no, I don't think I was shooting with my glasses.
No, not you. I'm talking about the judges.
Yeah.
Well, there might have been some things, I don't know, but anyway. So shooting is a sport where a point can literally cost you a medal, a position, a championship. It's like a photo finish in athletics, milliseconds. Counts.
Yeah.
So, Formula One.
Yes. Yes, definitely. So my metallic silhouette shooting actually started relatively late. I always went with the range to the range with my dad and my mother when they went shooting. So I was just hanging around there. But my actual silhouette shooting started in 2000. I think that was in Natal, when Natal still had a range. I was shooting a Freedom Arms revolver. And yeah, I don't remember much about that, but I was 16 years old then when I first started metallic silhouette shooting. And then 2 years passed and I went back to the range again. And I officially joined the Gauteng Province Club and the National Club. So then I was officially a shooter, but that was the only year that I was a junior. The next year I went to varsity and I was automatically a senior. So throw me into the deep end.
Yeah. Any deep cunt.
Literally.
From there on, it was just if there's a competition nearby, you go. If there's a competition in the Free State, you go. The Eastern Cape and Western Cape competitions we don't frequent as much because it's far and it's a schlep to fly with firearms. So it's a real hassle to do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been representing Gauteng for basically 18 years now. Yeah, and I got national colors for the first time in 2012.
Sure.
And then again 3 times after that. 2012, 2014, 2016, and this year as well, but that has been cancelled due to this stupid pandemic.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you first handled a gun?
Apparently I was 4 and I shot my mother's 9mm, but I have no memory of that.
You're 4, I'm sure.
That's how like used to. I think I would. Yeah, I remember some things when I was 4, but I actually remember climbing up my father's cupboard, okay, in his closet, and I knew he had a gun. I'd seen it, and I actually remember it was a revolver. It was obviously what would be considered a small revolver, and I tried to squeeze. I remember trying to squeeze it, and obviously it had a safety on, but I mean. I was a lighty. I must have also been 3-4 years old. And if had it, I mean, you hear of accidents happening all the time. You know, it was just, and then I thought, no, this thing is stupid. I can't do anything with it. And I put it back, and that was the end of it. But yeah, incredible that you had such confidence with guns and that you can't even remember your first memory, that it's just so natural to you.
You see, this is why I think the whole thing of firearm safety and the curiosity. I mean, to me, my kids have also shot firearms from a very young age due to that specific fact. To keep the curiosity away, that curiosity factor. And then also if they've fired a firearm themselves, they know what it does. They know what it can do. So that there's not that curiosity, and there's more, you can actually physically teach them firearm safety if they've actually fired a firearm. I mean, yes. I know that there's people that disagree with me, but that's the way I feel.
It is much better that your children learn from you or under your supervision from firearms than they go to a friend's house and the young friend says, well, look what my dad has. And that's when you get problems. Curiosity, children's curiosity is amazing and basically unstoppable. So even if the friend with the gun knows something, I mean, boys shoot their first buck at young age, 6, 7, 8, 9. They go hunting, so they might think that they know firearm safety, and most of them probably do. Their dads probably taught them well. But if your child can get your personal firearm, you missed something.
It must always be out of reach. I mean, they must never be able to actually get to it. But I mean, mine's never lying around anyway, so
Yeah.
It shouldn't actually be running around.
I had to teach a friend's children about guns and say firearm handling, specifically because his kids went to a friend's house and the boy said, "Look at what my dad has." So I took them to the range. I introduced them to my weapons and taught them firearms, and we had no issues so far. So yes,
thank God, and hopefully it stays that way. And that's also why Laura and I started the stream, because education is key, and people need to. The more you communicate, the more you talk about things, the more you have these discussions and learn about stuff. Your brain pops open like an alien coming out, and that's why I'm also reformed in guns, because I think, like the saying goes, guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Exactly.
I mean, if somebody wants to kill you, they will kill you. They can do it with a knife, they can do it with a bottle, they can smash your head into the pavement repeatedly, or they can strangle you. So
hit you with a car.
They can hit you with a car,
poison.
If somebody wants you dead, they will kill you with a gun.
And as Johan tells me as well, I mean, you can go and do knife training where you can disarm somebody with a gun in about 1.5 seconds.
Yes.
So I mean, so it's not always about guns kill people. It's not guns kill people.
If somebody comes at you with a knife, run away. That is your best defense, is to just run away. If you want to draw your pistol against a guy that's coming at you with a knife, that's not going to end well. So you have to be prepared for all kinds of things. And not get cocky.
And just, Laura, you want to say hello to everybody in the comments? Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I see Chad here, Karakot's here, Kakarot, sorry. Elizabeth is here. Hey, Elizabeth. Carl is here. Chantal is here. Yeah, Chantal. Sorry. Brett Mittelstadt is here. Is that something you know, Maryke?
Brett is my friend from Canada. I was going to visit them in April, and then COVID happened.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. Then there's somebody else here. I don't know their name, but it's 7X49GJW. I'm guessing it's also somebody you know. It's because they said hello, Maryke, with a big smile.
It must be
and obviously your dad.
Yes.
Could be. Christian's here. The Punisher.
Says, firearms are the ultimate equalizer against evil until someone makes laser guns a thing. Okay.
And Andrew Brown is here. He's a friend of mine from the UK. If it's the same Andrew Brown, hello. Thank you for joining us. He says, how else can I kill someone? Asking for a friend. There's lots of ways, Andrew. But we don't promote killing. And, we don't promote violence on this channel.
but we do promote self-defense. We do promote self-defense. So if you want to kill somebody, maybe protect yourself by cutting off his food supply.
Yeah.
Which might happen.
I missed one. Herman is also here.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Hello, Herman. 7x49 is Esko. My shooting friend from Finland. Hello, Esko.
Fantastic. Maryke, Chad has a question for you. He says, what advice can you give a person about choosing your weapon and how they can increase their effectiveness with a weapon?
I talked about this on Paratus yesterday. You must first, look up what kind of firearms there are and look for something within your budget. And preferably join a sports shooting club, because you will also get advice there, and it is much easier for you to motivate for your firearm license why you need a gun. because you can use it at your shooting, you can use it for self-defense, and your license only expires every 10 years. No, I don't have COVID. Your license expires every 10 years, where your self-defense weapon expires every 5 years. So it's less paperwork for you. So once you've narrowed that down, go to your nearest reputable gun shop. Ask them to show you their merchandise and see what feel the guns. A gun shop with a range will be perfect, because then you can actually test fire the pistol. It must sit well in your hands. You must be able to handle it. You must be able to easily release the magazine and cock the slide, cock the hammer, depending on what you have.
Yeah, must be comfortable.
Yes. Yeah. It must be comfortable to carry. It must be concealed. You must conceal carry in South Africa. So you must also think of the kind of holster and your physical abilities. If you have a stiff shoulder, you might not want to carry the gun in your back or in your ankle. You might want to put it closer within reach.
Can I ask, for a woman, as being a woman with kind of like a large frontal portion, what's more comfortable for a woman, or is it totally an individual thing? Like for me, like, because often you have like the whole Laura Croft thing where she's like, you know, there's that motion, and then or is it like on your hip? Like, what do you find when carrying, you know, easier? Or does it really depend on the individual? Laura, you would know this too, because you...
Yeah, it all depends. It's everybody's for their own. How's my English tonight?
Yes.
You know, the same as like what Maryke was saying. You know, I highly recommend firing a weapon before you buy it, and not just once or twice, repeatedly. Because you might find that a certain firearm, it might nail you here, or it might not feel as comfortable. So you have to repeatedly shoot a firearm to know that you are 100% comfortable with it. Because the problem is, if you're not comfortable with that firearm, or if it eventually you figure out, oh, it hurts you here or something, you know, then when it does come to that time when you physically need that firearm to protect your life, you're going to hesitate. So you need to make sure that you are comfortable with a firearm before you physically buy it. So as Maryke was saying, you know, these gun shops with a shooting range on it is your best bet, because you can go and you pay a certain amount. They're all different, and then you pay them to be able to fire that firearm, and obviously you buy your bullets. So yeah, that's my idea. But with regards to carrying, I mean, it all depends. Some people, they like to carry in the front, some in the back, as Maryke was saying, some on the leg holster. But I mean, for women, it is a lot more difficult when it comes to things like dresses, because then you might want a holster that comes on your upper leg.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, if you're small-breasted like me, you can't carry a firearm in your breasts. But for a woman who has bigger breasts and it's a really small firearm, then if you feel comfortable enough, you could carry it there. But it's all, I don't know, Maryke, your position on this?
It depends on your lifestyle. If you are a housewife, mostly at home, outside holster will be fine, because nobody is going to see it. But if you do go out and you have only the outside holster, wear an oversized t-shirt or a button t-shirt over your normal top or something, or a light jacket, a denim jacket, something, because it must be concealed. If you have a belly band, it's fine. It goes inside your trousers, and you put the gun inside there. So you just put your top over that, and then you have to practice your drills. You know,
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You must be sure that your shirt isn't going to snag on your rifle, or your thumb isn't going to snag your shirt. Your weapon must be easily accessible. If you drive a lot, if you're a rep and you drive a lot or you drive long distances a lot, maybe you have to find some alternatives like a thigh holster, or you can practice laying to the side and drawing, depending on which side the attacker is.
My boyfriend and I drive with our firearm between our legs. Because to me, that's also your quickest way to draw if necessary. That's, to me,
not obviously when
it would be. I think it would be preferable to maybe have a seat holster, because what if you get into a car accident and your gun flies out the window, or it lands beneath your feet and you can't accelerate, or you can't brake or something? So maybe you ought to look at a holster, because loose things in cars are a bad idea. And obviously you don't know that somebody that might come to help you sees the gun, take the gun, or use the gun on you. So definitely look into a seat holster. Yes.
Or one of those magnets to put it under the dashboard or something like that.
Something like that. Anything that will be easily reachable in case of an emergency.
Under the and in a safe conceal. No, it's a scary time we live in. But you got a video on silhouette shooting. I actually read up about how it started in 1914, and it's had with real animals. Now it's metal animals. So, if you want to sort of talk about it, let's hopefully the sound and everything is up to scratch. Enjoy the video, people.
Okay, wait. Chad has a question.
Okay.
Is there any drawbacks to only practicing with a firearm at static targets?
No, that's a difficult one.
There's the. Can you pause the video again? Pause the video and we'll start again.
Okay, we're pausing. Sorry, we'll wait for playback. Carry on. Sorry. It's fine.
Drawbacks to. Well, if you're a sports shooter, there's no drawbacks at practicing at static targets, because you have to. If you're a sports shooter like me, our targets are static. If you do some of the other things with these things, obviously you're going to go to a range that has these things and those things going. But if you don't have access to that, you can always go to an indoor shooting range, because they have the targets. Well, somebody will have to go with you so that your friend can manipulate the target. So you can very slowly pretend that somebody is rushing towards you. So you can put 2 in the chest and 1 in the head. You can practice that. But, for the other things, you are going to have to practice your drills at a range catered for that. So if you're at home, the best you can do is have blank firearms, blank bullets, with primers that have already been shot. Practice your drills, practice your trigger control, practice your breathing, practice to maybe not panic. Know your surroundings. If somebody is coming at you in your house, know your ins and outs, where you can quickly get out, where you can lock yourself away.
Situational awareness.
Situational awareness, yes. Unfortunately for Mr. Punisher, I don't have an answer on how you can carry while riding on a motorbike.
Would it not be better to have it on your back? Would it not be better to have it on your back then? But I suppose then on a motorbike, if you fall off the motorbike, you generally fall on your back. So,
well,
I don't know.
Most motorcycle riders I've seen, you can actually see their back. Their leather jackets pull up, so you can see the pistol sticking out of the belt.
Yeah.
So maybe inside jacket, shoulder holster, appendix. I don't think that will work. If we could carry normally, I would suggest a leg holster, but somebody will see that. So yeah, I don't have an answer to that. Obviously, you can carry a pistol inside your storage, but that's not going to help you if somebody is coming up to you and sticking a gun in your face.
Yeah.
Maybe the best thing to do with a question like that is maybe suggest to go to Gun Sight South Africa and maybe ask the question there on Facebook, because I'm sure there must be a lot of guys who ride motorbikes in Gun Sight South Africa that can maybe give the best answer to that. You know, guys who actually ride motorbikes might be able to give the proper answer. Or not, I wouldn't say proper answer, I would say maybe a more accurate or what's better.
More practical answer.
Yeah. Not that Maryke's answer is wrong. I'm just, Well,
we're just referring people to more accurate sources.
Well, Paratus, everybody in the comments and everybody watching, if you don't know, paratus.info is Maryke's conglomerate channel, so to speak. She joins two gentlemen that talk about guns and other things. So, yeah.
And they have whiskey on Fridays.
Pardon?
They're not really gentlemen. They're just men.
Or shall we say boys?
Yeah.
Better term.
I see Germ says here that my English is like airtime, it runs out.
That's the saying. I was trying to remember it the other day. That's the saying. I need to store that in a book somewhere.
Thank you, Germ. I love you too, Germ. Thank you.
Okay, Kat says, would it be safe to say that shooting at a static target does not mean you are self-defense prepared, but rather firearm proficient? But you do need to know your firearm first in order to be self-defense prepared. The self-defense you will have to practice. You can practice it in your house. You can practice it with a friend. Just don't shoot your friend. Make sure your firearm is unloaded.
And make sure they're a friend. Make sure they're a friend. That's probably number one.
Yes. You know, no amount of training is actually going to prepare you for when that thing actually happens. You are going to basically have hours and hours and hours of things. Of training. You can mentally run through scenarios. And you can practice things in an empty parking lot, in the bush while you're running. It's going to help, but the important thing, I think, is to not panic when it happens. Yeah. That is why you need to have a drill, like a fire drill. You need to be mentally prepared for that. And in South Africa, I think it's only like a matter of time that it's going to, some way or the other, it's going to hit all of us.
Yeah. If it hasn't already hit most of us, like I know most people have had some issue where they've been either hijacked, mugged, robbed, you name it. So
But I think as well with the whole mental preparedness thing, to me, it would be more being mentally prepared by the fact of actually shooting another human being. Because I think that is the big problem, especially for women, I would say. Maybe some men, but I think mostly women, you know, I think we humans naturally don't want to hurt another human being. And I think that to me would be the biggest thing is actually the thoughts of shooting another human being.
Well, at the end of the day, it's your life or theirs.
Yeah.
And I feel that if somebody is threatening your life, you obviously you have the right to protect yourself, because that guy does not care for your life, but you care for yours. So if you think about, but I can't kill somebody, well, then you're already dead.
Yeah, but that's why I say people are going to be mentally prepared to be able to do that. You can't just say, you can't just think, oh, well, I'm shooting cardboard targets the whole time and that's the way it's always going to be. You've got to be mentally prepared and say, well, you know what? If that time comes, I am prepared to shoot another human being. I am prepared to defend my life and my family. And I think that's very, very important.
Yeah. Somebody asked a hunter once if he doesn't feel sad when he's shooting a deer. And, how does he deal with killing an animal? And he said, no, when he's looking at the kudu through the scope, all he sees are steaks. So, yeah, that is a mental thing, but
I'm always the girl in the horror movie screaming, grab the knife, kill him, don't run up the stairs, kill him. That's me.
Yeah.
So
Carl wants to know. Carl wants to know where would a good place to be to have your gun on standby during the night while still being safe from being tampered with or easily found?
Under your pillow.
Or if you're sleeping, yeah, that's the thing. It must be within easy reach of you, but not the criminal, because you don't want the gun on your bedside table and waking up with somebody already standing next to you. So yeah, I once did sleep with my gun under my pillow because I heard noises outside. Yes, Elizabeth, I have never been in a situation where I needed to use my weapon, fortunately. Fortunately.
Let's keep it that way.
And then I'm not going to read Chad's last comment.
Oh, don't worry. Did you read Germ's earlier? Germ says, ladies, when you hold a gun, does size matter? I don't think he's talking about guns.
It's very important, Germ. Very.
Just ignore them.
For me, it would be as a beginner. I had to start small. Then I improved. Check Maryke blushing. She's on point. I had to start small. What can I say? There was something else I was thinking of. Yeah, but yes, practice. I believe practice your scenarios, know your surroundings, visualize things in your head, have drills with your family, know safe words, and you can always remember. You can also always bluff your captor to say that, oh, I have to do this, or else someone's going to know something's wrong. Usually, you can tell them any story. You can say, oh, like if you note the time is like 2:30, you can say, oh, every morning at 4:00 I wake up and I phone this person. They're not going to know you're talking nonsense, else they'll know something's wrong. And have a code word, have a situation or a scenario or a backup. Always have a plan A, a plan B, and here's me talking. But my family know I have certain code words for fetching, not fetching children. If I say something and I say this thing, then they must know that something's wrong. But yes, I want to get into the silhouette shooting. Apparently, it all started with two men who were going to have a brawl back in 1914, and they actually used their brains. There must have been women involved somewhere, where they said, don't kill each other, let's shoot, what was it? No, wait, let me try and remember.
Chickens?
A chicken. Let's shoot a chicken. Or was it a sheep? Or a bee? Yes. So, yeah, gaan maar aan.
Yeah, so silhouette shooting started in Mexico, where they actually shot real animals, but they did eat the animals afterwards. I think it started as a way to settle disputes. I might be wrong, or it just started from boredom, but they tied the animals to a post at different distances. So
hold on. This is sensitive stuff for all you vegans listening. Put mute and let's carry on. Okay?
Hey, listen, to all the vegans out there, my food poops on yours.
Nice one, Laura. Nice one.
It does.
So they obviously they scored points. Then that evolved into, I don't know how it evolved into metallic silhouette shooting, but it did, and it grew from there. From Mexico, it went into the United States. They are also big on this, but they are more rifle oriented, where we are more handgun oriented. We do have rifles. Mm-hmm. So from there on, it spread basically worldwide. South Africa has a large group of people shooting. Australia has a few, even with their strict gun laws. Canada has a club, but they have only rifles. Sweden, Norway, Finland, the Czech Republic, New Zealand has some people, or they did. I don't know if they still have them. Namibia had a team at one stage. Zimbabwe had a team. Germany has a team. France has a team, a very, very good team. And I can't think of any other countries at the moment.
Okay.
I think that's about it. So
we see what it's about. Shall we play your video?
I just want to highlight a point here that Johan made. He made the comment to Carl, but I think it's a very important comment. He said the only important safety on a firearm is your trigger finger. Keep it off the trigger until you're ready to shoot.
Yes.
I think that is extremely important.
Yes, and don't point a gun to intimidate. If you point a firearm at somebody, you better prepare to shoot.
Exactly.
Because if you are facing a deranged attacker with a gun, your gun is not going to stop him. So basically, draw and shoot. That's it. If your life or somebody else's life is in danger, immediate danger. Yes.
Yeah, it's not the movies. It's not the movies. There's no retake. If you
can't do it over.
Yeah.
But let's watch Maryke's video. If Maryke's happy with it.
Okay, just tell me when.
Yes, now.
Okay, this is the basic setup of a silhouette range. You can see the targets at different distances.
Net links van baie hoog, Dawie, sent fris vloed. Ja, sê hoe, ja. Plam. Mooi, hou hem so. Kijk, vier. Bietjie boeke plam. Perfect op die boekie. Waar? Het lijkt me die voorbeen op. Wat zie je? Dat is mooi. Lambotaan. Dawie, ons geef jou die beste weer wat jy kan doen. Wat stel jy vir so? Jy sê hallo. Nou die Oké, dan ben je voor weer. Ok. Mana ja kalau kurang sini je la pour bien rester. 5. Et tête à droite du panneau vert. Ouais. Ouais. One each over. Half each baie goeie hoogte, bietjie links op die baarspoor. Sounds perfect. Okay. 3, 4, 5, on va au mouflon. C'est dans la bonne nez. Ja,
No, I just meant that children can also shoot. That was just an X bag.
Okay, so Maryke, now you can. So we didn't have a bit of audio from you, but I think now you can go ahead and explain just what the synopsis of that video that you made.
Okay. That was the World Shoot Championships in 2010 at the Atlantis Range in Cape Town. So well, we have a lot of events, but the basic breakdown is one event consists of 40 targets, five sighters that you can get your sights and make sure everything is cool with your gun. So you have 2 minutes if you are a handgun shooter, 2 minutes for 5 shots, and 2.5 minutes if you are a rifle shooter. So you shoot 5 shots at a time, and then there's a break, and then you can load, and then you shoot the next 5. So you shoot 10 chickens, then you move on to 10 pigs and 10 turkeys and 10 rams. So there's your 40 shots. That is the basic layout. Now, for big bore handgun, your targets are at 50 meters, 100 meters, 150, and 200 meters. And you shoot that open sights, so there's no scopes, no optical assistance whatsoever, except if you want to wear glasses and an iris and those things, but that's technical. Let me see if I have a scale something. Okay.
I will need to,
the big bore chicken is about this size, a little bit bigger. The main body, a little bit bigger than an A5 page. The pig is about maybe A3 sure. Page. The turkey is weird shape, but the main body is also like a watermelon, maybe a very big watermelon, and the ram is about the size of a computer box, sure. A normal size computer box, and they are heavy. The small bore rifles, the small bore handguns, you shoot them at 25, 50, 75, and 100 meters, and they are obviously they're closer and they are smaller. The chicken is about the size
of your hand.
This.
Oh,
this
wow.
Little earphone pocket.
I'd need 5 of these.
The pigs are about maybe this size, a big Astro box. Just the main body. It's obviously there's an ear and there's little feet also. And then also the turkeys, they are narrow, and then your rams are a bit wider again. Then there is small bore rifle. They have very small targets. They have a chicken that's about half this size. Sure. At the bottom. And we also shoot on them with small bore unlimited. That's a smaller one because that event we shoot through peep sights. They changed the size of the targets because it became too easy. So now we're shooting on smaller ones. Sure. I'm not sure of the distances of the small bore rifle because it's at an odd distance. They shoot with telescopes, but the rams are also at 100 meters. So that's where they end. The big bore rifle that you also shoot with scopes, 200 meters, 200, 300, 400, and 500 meters. So your rams are at half a kilometer away. that's far. They obviously they shoot that with scopes as well. Yes. So for that, you do need a powerful hunting rifle or a silhouette rifle.
And a scope of note.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Most of our official events do need some specialized weapons specifically made for silhouette shooting. You can shoot it with a normal rifle or a normal kind of pistol. Actually, you only need a revolver. If you have a revolver, you can shoot all 4 big bore items and all 4 small bore items. If you have a normal .22 Bruno, you can shoot the small bore rifles. And if you have a hunting rifle, you can shoot the big bore rifles. But if you want to really excel, you're going to have to up your equipment and improve your equipment. But fortunately or unfortunately, people are retiring from the game, so they sell their guns. So there's always something floating around that you can get. The guns are not cheap because they are so specialized. But if you can get a good deal, then you should definitely go for it. But then we also have the fun events where you can basically bring whatever you have. What we also have field pistol, but that's a weird event, and I don't know nothing about that because I don't shoot that.
While learning a little bit about this, sorry, Laura,
No worries.
I just learned that when you're in championships, apparently even if you hit it and it doesn't fall, it counts as a miss. And I've just seen a shot that the squirt hit the board, and the board did like you hit that pool ball into the pocket, and the ball kind of like rattles there, and then clunk, like a golf situation, where it's going, and then the board fell. So that's incredible that you actually have to shoot it so it falls flat, and then it only counts as a point.
Well, technically, yes. The rule says the target must be off or over. But yeah, let's just go with that. I'm not going to bring in shooting politics here. Let's get back to the guns.
We were also reading that you're not allowed to damage the plate. So do you guys use actual bullet heads, or do you use shells? Not shells.
Casings.
No? No, not casings. Well, I'm trying to think of the right word.
I don't know.
We use real ammo, but your caliber is not allowed to damage the plate. So if you shoot with an overpowered load, and it shoots a hole through the plate, you're going to have to scale that down. It does happen that you shoot through the plates or you dent them. Well, they do take a fair amount of damage, so they do dent some. But if your ammo shoots through the plates, that's a no-no, and we're going to ask you to leave or change your load.
Oh.
So, yeah. That is basically it.
And I can see Germ saying something here, but yes, it's about doing washing. Yes, change your load. Yes.
Only half a load.
I think Chad's got another question. Chad says, what about crossbows and bows? Are they not as effective as firearms, and there is less red tape to get them, sports-wise, of course?
Yeah, no, there's no legislation regarding crossbows and bows. You can buy them, and that's it. But this is not The Walking Dead, so if I see somebody with a crossbow on his back in Spar, I'm going to think, what?
I must be honest, Johanna and I actually looked into going into doing crossbows. Not as a sport, obviously, not obviously to walk around with it on our shoulder, but we were actually looking at it, and we were looking at the bows and everything, also to get the kids involved too, have a sport that we do together, like as a family. But yeah, the adult bows are rather expensive, and it's quite an expensive hobby to do. So we'll probably still do it, but one day when we have a little bit more dosh to do so.
Yes. Elizabeth wants to know, what is my weapon of choice? Well, personally, I would really like to have the laser sword from Halo. But I have only one semi-automatic weapon. Well, actually, I have two. One is my pistol, my baby Desert Eagle, and the other one is an AR-15. So obviously, I carry the baby Eagle. For silhouette shooting, there's not really a choice of favorite gun, because you have a gun for each event and you have to use that gun for that event. But if I do big bore sport handgun, I do prefer my dad's Colt 1911. That is a really good gun. It's a really great gun. It's fantastic. I really want one. I would like to have a Colt.
And how much would that set you back? I mean, obviously with okay, let's say without licensing. Like, can you actually buy a gun in this country without a license? Like, you buy the gun?
Yes, you can. You have to buy
but they keep it.
Yeah, you buy the gun, and then the gun shop owner writes out the paper that you've got the bill of sale, and you take that. And he fills in the application form with his dealer stamp on it, and then you take that with your application, and then you wait for your license. And as soon as you get your card, you go back to the gun shop and say, give. And that's it. So yeah.
Because you can't get a license without owning a gun, basically, or have a gun, because the serial number goes. Yeah.
Yes. It's not like getting pre-approval for a home loan. You actually have to buy the gun first and then go and apply for a license.
Which in a way is silly if you think about it, because I mean, what if you don't get your license? What if they don't approve it?
Then you cancel the sale or you reapply. If they give a silly reason for rejecting your application, you take it further. Become a member of Saga or GOSA, and ask them for assistance. There's some legal assistance that you can get. If they have to give a reason why they reject you. Insufficient motivation is a bad reason, because they have to say why. Or if they don't give a reason, then you can take it further. There was some more questions. How do I get my license for my AR-15? Well, big bore rifle semi-auto event. That is the great thing about silhouette shooting. It allows you to legally own about 50 firearms, because you can motivate one firearm for each event that you have to shoot. So if you like guns, then definitely consider becoming a member of metallic silhouette shooting.
Okay.
Okay, my dad was correcting me. He said proficiency first, then competency, and then buying the gun, then apply for a license. But I've done that so long time ago, I'm not even thinking about that. Elizabeth.
I see we've lost Laura for a second. Her Wi-Fi went down, but I'm sure she'll be with us again soon. So bear with us. Yes, you were reading the comments.
Yes. Elizabeth wants to know, how long is the process for a license? Licenses for women take longer. I have not heard of that discrepancy. The license, I think, is supposed to be approved within 90 days. But there are some people that have been waiting for 2 years. I waited a long time for my competency. I waited like 1.5 years only for my competency.
Sure.
And I did my competency and my application for my TC simultaneously. So I waited 1.5 years for that. After that, the application for Eagle, the AR-15, the Smith & Wesson revolver went rather quickly. It was 3 to 4 months, maybe. So some people get them quick, some people have to wait. It really depends on the mood of the CFR.
I was going to ask you a question. With covering, I don't know the legalities with covering. Obviously, you don't disclose your vehicle. Listen to me. You don't disclose your firearm. What would you say? Why is that? Is that a South African law? Because in America they seem to display their guns quite like everywhere. So is it just here in South Africa? Is it worldwide? Is it something? Obviously, it's a safety issue, and obviously police officers, I think, can obviously have their firearms on their hip. So what's the?
Yeah, in South Africa, it is a law that you as a civilian must conceal carry. It's a law. Nobody must see your gun. So if you have your shirt tucked into your denim, and you have your pistol on an outside holster, that's not legal. That's illegal. Your shirt must be over your pistol, or underneath a jacket. In America, that's different. Some states you need a permit to conceal carry, and in other states you don't even need a license. So it's different there. I don't know why they have those rules, but yeah, some place in America is more strict than others.
Okay, yay, Laura's back.
Sorry, when I've changed to my phone, I don't know what's happened. Our Wi-Fi's gone off. Well, the whole plug that our Wi-Fi router is plugged into has gone off for some unknown reason. So
That's all
the
good.
multi-plug decided to die just at the right time.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. We had remember when we had gremlins? Who were we talking to the other day? We were talking to Lauren Host, remember? And then all our electricity suddenly just went off. Yeah, it's part of streaming. Sorry, Maryke.
No problem. Elizabeth wants to know, what about clay pigeon shooting? Was it Elizabeth? No, it was Kat. Sorry, Kat. What about clay pigeon shooting? Yes, lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. You can do it, do it. Load a shotgun and go and shoot those orange things. That's fun. Yes. But sadly, shotguns are not a part of metallic silhouette shooting. No. But if you want a shotgun, you can do 3-gun shooting. Join a 3-gun shooting club, then you can get your pistol, a shotgun, and your semi-automatic rifle.
Okay.
I just want to start with baby steps. Like, first, come to Pretoria. We go to a range. I have been once before. I have. And I did a bit of security surveillance for my community once. It's amazing what you can learn and what tips you can pick up, especially nowadays. I think more and more people in communities need to do surveillance around your community and community policing. I think it's very important to report. What do we always say? If you see something, report it. If it seems out of the ordinary, somebody that you know is not there, or something's out of the box. Yeah, sorry, I'm hopping on because I think things are probably going to get worse before they get better.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. So the best time to arm yourself was last year. The second best time is now.
Yes. Yeah. I'm saying Laura's camera looks amazing. Yeah.
Oh, it's my
phone. It's a lot better.
It's a Samsung S10, so it should be good quality. It better be.
Quality in terms of weapons. Do you actually even get, like, what is the worst kind of gun? Like, is there, someone who doesn't know, like, I walk into a gun shop and I have we actually have a tenant who owns a gun shop in the CBD. And I don't know if I trust him. I don't even know if he's like, how do you know a gun shop's reputable? How do you know when you buy a gun, it's not going to be, like, really, because I'm naive. Like, how do you know? What do you know? Like, you walk in, you say, oh, I like that gun. What has to be with it? or the process?
Do your research. If you really know nothing about guns and you go and look online, you can go and look online about whatever is there, and you will get spectacular reviews about guns that are not available in South Africa. So, yeah.
Murphy.
I would suggest go to your nearest gun shop.
Yeah.
Look up Google what gun shops are near you. See if you can find some reviews about that gun shops. Gun Site South Africa and those things. GOSA's website. Go and ask people if they know the store, if they know the owner, if they are not going to what's the word? Swindle you. Yes, thank you. Do you in? Then you go to that store and have a look at what they have. Take photos if you must. Write down notes. Write down prices. Go back to Google and research the reviews for that specific guns. See what the people say. See if they complain about frequent jams or difficult cleaning or that nasty bite that it gives you there, or it has a horrible kick or something. Then you can eliminate things, and then obviously price-wise, it doesn't help if your budget is only 8,000, but the gun that you actually want is 50,000. Then you're gonna have to compromise somewhere.
Okay, well, I was thinking, and I don't even know what guns cost, to be honest. Like, I was thinking, okay, budget-wise, what I'd spend on a weapon. I'm like, maybe $3,000 at best. What can I get for $3,000? Not much. Hey, not much.
Maybe a second-hand firearm, but yeah, a very, very bad one, I would say.
Is it easy to buy a second-hand firearm?
It's Gun Site South Africa has second-hand firearms for sale. The process is the same. I don't know if the guy is going to let you shoot his pistol. But you have to sort that out with him. Then obviously you have to know the gun service history. Whether he had any parts replaced, how many rounds did he put through it, if it has ever been broken or went to a gunsmith for whatever reason, that they changed the trigger, whatever. So there's a lot of research involved.
Wow. So it's actually like buying a car. It's like you've actually really got to do your homework. Huh?
Just hang on. I have to. My dog wants to go out. Just
okay, it's fine. No, sure. I'll see you now.
Play the video again.
Yeah, you're right, Law. Good to have you back. I'm glad you didn't disappear.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know, this Wi-Fi, I don't know why the multi-plug just decided to conk out of the blue. Wonderful.
See, Chad's ripping me off. He says, damn, 3,000 Rand for a firearm. I think you'd be better off with a pipe bomb. I have no clue when it comes to guns. I'm seriously a greenhorn. Like, that's an American thing.
You can actually get air guns or
pellet guns, no?
Like pellet guns that are actually more, they can actually still kill you. So yeah. Maybe if you're not list to go through the whole licensing story, you can actually get air guns or something like that. That's
maybe just to spook the schmuck. But I can tell you now, in a shopping center near me, okay, they've gotten proper security now. Maryke's back and she's refilled her cocoa. They had people, and it's happened. There's a gang going around Pretoria, and I don't want to scare anyone, but just be aware. Don't stand in the middle of the walkway while you're browsing the shops with your cell phone, yada yada yada, and looking there. They target you. They wait for someone to come around who's not really caring what they're doing and fiddling with this and fiddling with that. They will rob you blind. You need to be aware of your situation, of your surroundings.
Yeah,
like
you
we were
should be
discussing with your aunt.
at all times. And it's not just, oh, when you're out, or, even when you're in your garden, if you're doing some gardening, be aware of what's going on around you. It's at all times. But I mean, if you've done a lot of gun training, you become used to being aware of your surroundings and situation around you all the time. It's something that you get used to. Right, Maryke?
Yes, yes.
Actually,
Drive with your windows closed and lock your doors. If you have an automatic garage door, close your door as soon as you get in before you get out of the car. Keep your doors locked. I keep my doors locked when I'm at home, even though I live in a safe town and a safe security complex. And sometimes I even lock my doors when I go out in the garden, in my backyard, because I don't want to be this side of the house and the guy comes in that side and waits for me inside my kitchen. It's not something that I want.
Exactly.
And be aware of strange vehicles, strange people. There's been a lot of times that I went to visit my parents, and there were some suspicious looking individuals walking slowly down the road. So I was just like, I'm gonna drive past here and circle the block once or twice until they are far enough away. So that does help.
Yeah, and like Johan said we did a stream where we spoke about Laura, what was the name again? It was just protect yourself.
Situational awareness, yeah.
Yeah, like if you see a guy walking straight towards you and he's fidgeting and he's also not sure of himself, turn around, walk the other way, do something that he's not expecting, or look at him in the face and make sure that you've looked him up and down and he knows you've seen him. Often they'll decide to dodge if they know you've seen them. Then they know, okay. Yeah. And always look at their shoes. And this is such an interesting thing, what is the one thing that people don't change on a regular basis? Anyone can change their hair, their jacket, their scarf. Look at your attacker's shoes, because shoes people do not change.
Yes, because in a hurry, they can just change shirts or drop the jacket or put on a jacket, but they don't have time to change shoes because they are literally on the run.
Yeah.
I see Carl says number plates too. The problem, Carl, with number plates is 9 times out of 10, the people who are committing crimes have fake number plates. It's not the real number plate. So that's the problem with number plates. Is yes, it's good to take it or remember it, memorize it. But the problem is it's difficult to find suspects on the number plate.
What the make is
the color, make, and model of the vehicle. That's more important than that's one of your main things on top of the number plate.
Germ's tuning us again. He says, I wish women would look me up and down, and I'm not going to say that abbreviation. Jeremy, you're so tall. I bet women or women just look up at you like I would. I'd probably just look up because you're so tall.
Yeah, but Jeremy's also getting kind of wide.
Oh, stop it! No, we're not fat shaming. No, and Germ's not. No. I don't think no, don't be nasty now, sis ladies. If anyone's going to win the wide category, it would be me. So I win, hands down. Okay, let's get that straight. Machis. What Kakarot? I've just seen a name and I'm like, what name is that? Kakarot, like talking about situational awareness because it's way to avoid an encounter altogether or anticipate and be ready. Correct.
Exactly. It's better to be aware of your surroundings and not be taken by surprise.
And look, it happens. And I've heard guys when I did the security duty, and they all love to talk about their stories. But isn't it ironic, don't you think? Now, we're not going to start singing now. I've got that song in my head. That you're as prepared as ever, and then something happens one day, and and I also think by the grace of God. And even with this silly virus, by the grace of God. I don't know. But I think but carry on, Maryke. Oh, if anyone's got more comments in the I see Mr. Punisher 77's here. I know he's also connected to Eleutheria. Guys, have a look into Eleutheria. She also talks about guns sometimes. So yeah, interesting there.
She had Gideon on once.
She had?
She had Gideon on.
Oh, that's right. From Paratus. Again, people, check out Paratus if you're new to guns. I'm now looking at them. So, I'm learning a little bit.
Can TG put it in the comments and post it? And the comments for everybody, Paratus, yeah.
Yeah, Paratus, yeah, and probably Eleutheria, yeah. So, there's that. And carry on. Do you mind? My eyes are floating. Do you mind if you and Laura have a powwow? I'm coming back, Dana. Hang on.
Okay, fine. I did see a brief question about membership fees. I can't find the specific question now, but basically, if you want to join silhouette shooting, there's you can join a club at the shooting range club. You can, but you don't have to. But you have to be affiliated with the province and preferably the national body as well, SAMHSA as well. So there's a 100 Rand or something joining fee, and then there's a yearly provincial and national membership fee, which is I think 180 and 150. That will depend on the province, and it goes up with like 10 Rand a year or something, depending. So it's not a 1,000 Rand a year subscription. It's actually kind of cheap when you think it's 350 Rand a year maybe. But there's also entry fees for the events, the competitions. There's your provincial competitions and there's your national competition, the essays. And then you pay an entry fee and you pay 25 Rand, 20 to 30 Rand per event. So if you shoot only 2 events, it works out quite cheap. If you shoot 18 events, it gets rather expensive. But depending on where you are and where the competition is being hosted, obviously there's travel fees as well. If you reload your own ammo, it's cheaper than if you go out and buy a new box every time. Weapons are expensive, but you can always make a buddy and share their weapons. We are one family and we shoot. We share the guns between 3 or 4 people. So there's really no reason. You can own 0 guns and still come shoot. Just make sure that your buddy with guns are also coming to shoot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I know you guys already. Sorry.
Reloading definitely makes it a lot more affordable than buying actually made bullets. I know Johan normally he buys the casings and the bullet heads, and he normally makes his own in the primers, obviously.
Yes.
It definitely works out a lot cheaper. It's a lot of PT, but it works out much cheaper, especially if you do a lot of shooting.
Yes. Kyle wants to know what I think about salt rounds with a shotgun for home safety. I have no idea what salt rounds are. Just use the real ones. Use real buckshot. I've never heard of salt rounds.
And I don't know if we said hello while I was in the ladies' room, but hello, Ronaldo. Hello, Lauren. I hope she's also watching.
We are actually talking sense here.
Yeah. Does he own a gun? I don't think so. I don't know.
No.
Do you own a gun? Jim, do you own a gun? Yes, because you go hunting.
Yeah,
yes.
Jim and Ron.
Yeah.
Kat,
yeah.
Yes, we do get medals. We don't get trophies anymore. We used to get a medal for every event, but that got expensive. So what they do is they give us a medal, the normal medal, gold, silver, or bronze, and we get these bars for every event that you win, and you just put them on. I can go and find a medal if you give me a minute or two. Okay,
Sure, yeah, find one.
Go for it. Yeah, everyone's chatting. Yeah, it's lekker to have Maryke on.
Yeah.
Chilling this Saturday night. Sure, it's been a long week. Hey?
And everyone, don't forget to go and check her out on Paratus. Don't forget Paratus on her YouTube channel with Gideon and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Brian,
yes.
Yeah.
I should remember that my brother's name is Ryan, so I shouldn't forget Brian. My
I think
dad's name is Brian, believe it or not.
Okay. Who's your what name? Whose name?
My dad's name is Brian and my brother's name is Ryan.
Okay. Right. So
yeah.
Sense. By the way, everybody, if you're watching, clap a like. But we do have quite a few likes, so this is awesome. And yeah, share us, and yeah, hopefully we can make a difference to someone out there.
Yeah, hopefully we can spread some.
Oh, look! There's a medallia.
This is the medal that I got at the World Shoot in the Czech Republic in 2014.
Wow.
This is supposed to be a gold one, I think. I can't remember.
Okay, well,
I really can't remember. But this is what we currently have. This is just a medal, and there's the bars for every event that you win. So this was a good shoot because I took 3 golds and 1 silver overall. And this
ask him. I couldn't do that. Maybe I could. I suppose practice. I don't know. I have to really start narrowing down my bucket list now that travel's become non-existent again. Yeah.
So now, Maryke, I'm sure in your dad's time they probably had trophies. So I'm guessing he's probably got quite a few.
Yes. Floating trophies mostly. I actually have a floating trophy. Must we show it to you? Let me go and get it. Intermission time again.
The intermission. Yeah, ton fun. I love her Princess Leia and your R2D2 and what's the other one's name? R2D2 and what's his name? Not Obi-Wan. No.
Kenobi.
No. That's the Jedi.
Yoda.
No.
So you're asking the wrong person.
All right. Yeah, we still have to do that stream on pop culture. That's going to be fun. I love your posters behind you. Oh.
Very cool.
Wow. I think if you took that and you blitzen someone with it, you could seriously hurt them as well.
Yeah, you could probably kill someone with
this is heavy. This is really heavy. This was auctioned off to raise funds for the club. But it was for Small Boy Handgun Unlimited, and I think it was just coincidence that I actually did win that event on that day. So this was my prize to myself.
Okay, brilliant.
That's fantastic. Awesome. That is awesome. And it's in the shape of the thing you shoot, so that's cool.
In the shape
it's a little bit bigger than the actual small bore targets, but yeah,
sure.
The idea is
that's crazy.
Well done.
Chad wants to know how much money can he make taking shooting up as a sport? 0.
As a sport, yes.
Silhouette shooting is not a professional sport. We don't have sponsors. We have to buy everything ourselves. If you want a professional sport, then the thing that they do for the Olympics is probably your best bet.
Don't you think there should be a revival of it now? I think it's the same like I remember some years ago, like a brawl ball bowling. I mean, I knew my parents and my great grandparents used to go and brawl bowl. And then all of a sudden, like 20 years ago or 15 years ago, it was like the latest fad. Like we just have to bring this stuff back and there'll be more money. Like perhaps now as South Africans, we need to maybe start looking at this because to get ready for God knows what. Maybe you should, invite a friend next time. Because I think it's been a very separate little club and a very niche little clique. And I think it's time the more people know how to do things, the better, So
yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of sport shooting in South Africa. There's a lot of different disciplines. There's hunting, there's bench race, there's silhouette, there's free gun and pin shooting, and I don't even know what else there are, but there's a lot. So you can try them all out. Find your closest shooting range or ask the gun shop owner, and go there one day and ask if you can join. See if there's a friendly guy who will let you shoot his rifle, shoot his pistol. It's wide. See what you like. Clay pigeon shooting is the other. Yes.
Yeah.
But clay pigeon shooting is hard. That's like a serious moving target. That's like, and I mean that moves quickly. It's very quick.
Yes.
Very, very quick.
You will have to excuse to own a shotgun then.
Yeah.
No, the only let's not go there. I was gonna say something about the only gun I know to have had in my life, but anyway, let's not go there. But yeah, so it's ladies. No. So yeah, well, I think this has been very informative. If there's anybody else who wants to know, oh yes, how many women are actually involved in the sport? Besides the ones in the family, Maryke.
I can think of at least 4 that is regularly shooting, competitively, you can say. And then there's also every now and then there's somebody coming. So it's me, it's Annette, Yvonne, Joni. My mother shoots to keep her licenses. June.
So there are a few.
The girls.
And I mean, obviously, Laura Croft sold me on the idea. I mean, I know I sound a bit childish, but Laura Croft sold me on the idea long ago. So I don't. Yeah.
I'm honestly honest though. I used to be absolutely terrified of guns. I mean, you hear so much rubbish and so much things are put into your head about firearms and guns and all this sort of thing. And so, of course, when Johanna and I first got together, it was like your gun stays in the safe and it never comes out. And, I was very paranoid about it until I fired one. Then it's like a bug that bites you and you're like addicted. It's like getting a tattoo. It's addictive. Now I love it. That rush, that adrenaline. Now I keep nagging him. Okay, when are we going to the shooting range? When are we going?
Laura, which shooting range do you go to?
We normally go to Knights in Germiston because I prefer an outdoor shooting range to an indoor. I don't like an indoor shooting range because you can't move. You're like, in the outdoor, your hand will set things up in different levels and different distances and all that sort of thing and make me move to shoot the targets, almost like tactical shooting, which I thoroughly enjoy. Thoroughly enjoy it. It's like my absolute favorite. But he makes it nice and fun and it's lekker. We really enjoy it. But yeah, that's when we have money for bullet heads and casings and primers so that we can load a 1,000 or so and just go and just do some damage.
Yeah, it definitely is an expensive thing. It doesn't matter what shooting sport you begin with. It's definitely expensive. It starts out expensive and then it goes cheaper the longer you go, because you can reuse the casings. And that's the brilliant thing. You can buy a chunk of lead and tin and antimony and make your own bullets. If you don't want to, you can just buy the bullets, but you can really do everything yourself if you really want to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do it cheap, but your beginning, your aanvangskosten, your beginning costs are expensive. Yes.
And yes, ladies, you can shoot with long nails, just by the way. If I can, you can. And I mean, I shoot with nails this long. So it can be done.
Yeah,
But
you know how many nails I've broken to get a bullet out? So before a competition, the nails, I lose my nails. The nails go.
See, Jan posted an awesome comment. Jay said, next time I take her out, she'll get to pop her rifle cherry with the AR-15.
That sounds brilliant. We want videos, please.
15 yet because of lockdown. So
yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
But aren't shooting ranges open now? Like the fact that I have to ask that question, I mean, the fact that I have to ask that question, the fact that I have to, I stood outside yesterday afternoon and I'm a social smoker. So, and I actually thought, oh, here's a cigarillo. I'm going to have a cigarette with a whiskey. And I sat outside and I looked, and I actually had to look around me to kind of think is someone watching me? Because obviously nowadays, those of us who are smoking, whether you bought an entire store full of cigarettes, and apparently they're doing, there was a massive raid here in, I think Littleton or Irene. They started pulling people over and checking their stuff. And it's getting to the point where now you know how the Zoll smokers feel. You smoke a normal cigarette, but it's illegal. It drives me a little bit off the bend. But this is for Moaning Monday. Sorry, I'm going, you know me, I'm going off point here again. But the fact that I have to ask, are the shooting ranges open? Maybe shooting ranges need to promote themselves. Maybe they need to spend a Saturday at the local mall, outside the local sorbet. And because you know who has money in this country? Women. Women in this country have money. They're usually the ones.
Not all.
Pardon? No, but a lot of incomes. Most women nowadays earn more money than their counterparts. That's a fact. And I think if you want to target a market, the women in this country need a leg up at the moment. So if you own a gun club and you're listening to me, watching, go out there and find women who want to join your club. Because unless we know about it, unless we get told, we ain't going to do it.
Yeah, well, it's all about education. I mean, yes. if you don't know about shooting, if you don't know about firearms, and you've never shot a firearm like me, like before, I mean, and that's why a lot of people are scared of them, because they've never actually learned about them and actually gone and fired one. If you fired one and you're still scared and you're still not happy with it, then different story. But I can guarantee you, if you've shot a firearm, you'll be happy with it.
Okay. If it doesn't break on you, if it doesn't jam, some people have beginner's luck and some people have the worst luck when they still shoot, or when they first start shooting. So if you come up with a bunch of snags and you really want to shoot, don't give up. Try another gun, try another brand of ammo, try another friend. There's options. Start with a .22 that will not hurt as much. Well, actually, it won't hurt at all. It's
like zero recoil.
Start with a .22. That's fine, and then work your way up.
Is it just me, or is my face being hacked on the stream? Do I look like I'm going into a 3D mold, like I'm disappearing?
Yes.
In the comments, anybody looking at our stream and noticing I'm disappearing like some Matrix effect? Anybody?
Well,
I don't
I'm
know.
watching
That's so weird.
but it is doing that to me, so it's very weird.
That is so strange.
Very
Anyway,
weird.
Maryke, is jy nou genoeg gepraat or never? We could never stop talking about this issue and women defending themselves and us taking our power back, I think. I think it's very important.
I don't think I've covered everything about metallic silhouette shooting. I was still going to talk about the fun events.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. On. It's not like I've got to go to the club now. It's nearly 10 o'clock. Like, this is what I was saying a few weeks ago. Remember, Laura, at 10 o'clock, that's when we'd be leaving house now to actually go to the party. Remember? Yeah, so let's carry on. I've got nowhere to be. I don't know about anybody else. Oh, yes, and of course there's the bloody curfew. My machis. What a lot
we're not allowed to go out now, so we're just going to have to hang out here. The fun events.
We're in good company, so hanging out here is a good thing.
As far as I know, South Africa is the only country that has these fun events in metallic silhouette shooting. I'm not sure if the other ones have their own in-house rules, because at competitions, international competitions, we only focus on the official international events. So South Africa has a bunch of fun events that we've brought in specifically to get people into the sport, and those are the events that you can use your self-defense pistol. You can come and use your AR-15. You can come and use your AK-47 or your FN FAL. We have big bore sport handgun. There's 2 events that you can use, or that you can shoot. So you can use 2 different pistols for that. And then there's the small bore sport handgun. There's also 2 events in that. So once again, 2 different pistols that you can motivate for. But you can shoot both of those events with the same gun. If you have only one big bore or only one self-defense pistol, you can shoot both events with the same gun, as long as the gun conforms to the specification of the lower event. There's a lot of technical things in silhouette, but as you progress in the sport, you will get to learn them. So yeah, it does seem overwhelming, because there's barrel length limitations, and there's weight limitations, and there's sight limitations, and grip limitations, and trigger limitations. So before you rush out and buy a fancy pistol, just make sure that it is legal within silhouette shooting. And then there's also air guns that we have. Air guns, air pistols. Obviously, you don't need a license for air pistols, so you can come and do silhouette shooting with your Finpicks. We have a division for the normal neck breaker, as well as the PCP, and there's 2 or 3 different air pistol events.
Maryke, one second. I'm sorry. No, I don't know what's in the background. We're getting a bit of feedback on the sound side. Are you trying to upload your computer?
No, it's probably the kettle in the background in the kitchen.
No, it sounds... Okay, never mind. Sorry, Maryke, carry on. No, we're just getting a bit of feedback on the line, but it's fine. Sorry. No, I don't know if it's because you're using mobile data and it's connecting with the...
No, the Wi-Fi is on now.
Oh, is it? So maybe it was the connection. I think that was the noise. Okay, cool. Okay, all go, Maryke.
Okay. There's also lever action. So if you have a lever action or you want a lever action, join a club. It's a great motivation for you to get a lever action. There's a varmint rifle, a varmint handgun division. You can use your AR-15 for varmint, if I'm not mistaken. But you can. There's a semi-auto event where you can use your AR-15. There's a big bore freestyle, where you can come and use your 303. I hear the radio.
Yeah, I hear a radio. Laura, have you got a radio in the background, or there's some sort of there's no radio interference going on?
No,
There's no
unless you
radio
can.
plugged into the socket. Sorry,
Unless you
Maryke.
Turn your volume down. It's probably Johan listening to the stream in the kitchen. Sorry.
Probably.
Chop.
The life of streaming. Yeah.
And you can use your normal .22 rifle. You can use it, I think, for like 5 events. But if you want to shoot the official international event, you're going to have to upgrade your gun, your rifle, because it needs a telescope. But if you don't have a telescope, you can still come and do 3 other events with your .22. So there's a lot of scope for a lot of weapons, and the fun event weapons are not as expensive as your official silhouette shooting weapons. Like I said, you can use your self-defense pistol, use your other sport pistol, use your inherited Bruno .22 rifle, and buy an air gun or a air rifle or an air pistol, and come and join. I mean, air pistol ammo is cheap, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at that. So would a good air pistol cost me like $3,000?
I have no idea what it costs. My air rifle cost me 5 years ago. It cost me, I think, 5,000, 5,500.
Yeah.
But you do get cheaper ones. But then obviously, you're gonna sacrifice some accuracy with that. So yeah,
No, I'm just trying to think.
Expensive.
Well,
but with air rifle, your rifle is expensive, but your ammo is cheap.
Yeah.
And there's no reloading stuff going on, so that might be the cheapest option.
Yeah.
No, I just
things and that's it.
Is that the ones with the tiny yellow bullets? Remember, guys? I mean, the last time I held a gun was with you guys, Laura, and before that was I was 18, so it was quite a while ago. Not gonna say how long ago. You all have to guess my age. Yes.
But I think it also depends on the air rifle, because different air rifles take different pellets. Maryke? Because you get those ones that's like the circle and it's got almost like a little skirt type thing, and then you get just the plain little ball.
I know of the normal ones, the .177 caliber. The shape of that bullet doesn't really matter. The one with the skirt, you get a flat nose, and you get a sharp pointy one, and you get a round nosed one. But the balls, the BB balls, somebody else might know more about that. I've never shot one. I think there was a guy on the range once with a .22 air gun. It had a little cylinder. I think I could be mistaken, but that is not something I've really seen a lot of on the range. No, not at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The BB balls is .177 caliber.
I'm not going to try and shoot a BB ball in my Olympics.
No.
I'm not going to try.
No, I agree.
I'm just
I just want to add as well, for people interested in metallic silhouette shooting, we have a Gauteng province, we have a Free State province, and we have the Western Cape province and the Eastern Cape province. But just because you do not live in any of those provinces doesn't mean that you can't become a member. You can join with your closest province, or you can join directly with SAMHSA, with the national body. So I'm living in Limpopo, but I'm affiliated with Gauteng. People living in Northern Cape, depending on which is the closest border, can either be Free State or the Western Cape. So, yeah, go and look into your nearest range. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And obviously we'll put the link below. And also I think we need, Maryke, if you can send me the other links for Gun SA and what was it? The other gun association, something, GORAG, what's it?
Make me a mod and I'll post it.
Ms. TG, how do we make Maryke a mod? Laura, you know how to do that?
Yes. Yeah. But she needs to make a comment.
Okay.
So
say something.
Make a comment in the comments section, and then I will sort it out. Here we go.
Chantal, Gentle Inflatable says, Ruth, your face, lol. About what? What now, my face? Yes, my face. I'm hurtful of this. I'm actually over winter. Like, it's been really, really cold. And apparently this next weekend it's coming back again. It's going to be noch cold again. But I'm over everything. And I was very brave today. I went to the doctors. I went to go and sort out, I needed to go and have some blood work done. So I did that. And I thought, well, flip, if I get this bloody thing, then I get it. Rather done and dusted, or dusted being the other word. Let's not hope that. But, let's face the music. I'm tired of hiding in my home and waiting for something that may or may not, or, let's just get it over and done with, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe I should
but
wait.
even if it doesn't mean you're not going to get it again. Apparently, you don't build up an immunity to this virus.
Well, apparently pigs don't fly as well. I don't know yet. Sorry, no offense. Just I don't know. We need to get. I'll get the doctor. She also believes in herd immunity. This doctor I'm seeing now, and I'd like to also find out about her opinions. Maryke, what do you think? How do you feel about all of this? About the whole life must return back to normal. Like, do you think we must all be stuck in our houses, or must we?
Life must return to normal. Legally speaking, it's more or less already normal. But there's still people afraid of coming onto the wrong side of the law. But yeah, no, this lockdown is nuts. It's completely crazy. I don't care about the virus. If I get it, I get it. If I die, I die. I will much rather die of the virus than die under communism.
So, Amen.
We can't work or earn money or anything else. I'd rather take the chance on the virus than not having a job and not having a roof over my head and not having food.
There's people recovering within 2 days of this virus, and how long does it recover from communism? 60 years. So take a chance.
Exactly.
But we're already in the hub of the unfortunate. The commies have, and what I love about the BBC, I'd like to actually know how much money the British Embassy has given to South Africa, because they've got BBC reporters and they're going into these places, and you think to yourself, now, what are these British people actually thinking? And it's the funniest thing when you speak to someone overseas and they figure out that you're from South Africa and you're not actually black. It's the biggest shock to them. They don't even know that they're white. Like, it sounds stupid to us, but I swear the people overseas don't know anything about what's happening in this country. Nothing. They don't get told the truth. All they see is poor suffering from the masses. They know. Sorry, I'm going on. This is all happening on Moaning Monday, people. Forgive me. That's Joe. It's Saturday.
Maryke, I'm going to lighten us about on the shooting.
I'm going to paste my email address as well for people that have comments, questions. I don't have all the answers, but I will revert you to people that do.
Thank you, Maryke.
So people with questions, if they want to join a club or whatever, if they have questions about the metallic silhouette shooting, whatever, feel free to email. I will help where I can.
That's awesome. Thank you for offering that, Maryke. That's such a lovely suggestion. Everybody, again, please don't forget to check out Maryke and Gideon and Brian on Paratus. Lovely new channel that's going. It's fantastic. Maryke, please, if you can, if you've got it, please post the link for Paratus as well now that you're a moderator. If you've got it, please. Just so that people can go and sub for you.
And also, did you mention our Telegram group? Yes. That if they want to join our Telegram group, we've been having lots of cool discussions on there. There is the link somewhere. Okay, wait, in the screen below. I think that way or that way. I don't know.
It's in the description of the screen. Yeah.
Yes, in the description. Yeah.
So you can just click on the link, it'll take you to our channel. And guys, we're not a strict channel. We don't boot people. We're not funny like
we
that.
Just don't want we don't want sleazy we like jokes.
Obviously don't do porn and nasty things. But I mean, you know, we have a good chat, we're there for each other, we post funny things, we chat about the streams and all that sort of thing. So and interesting topics. So it's awesome. So go into the description, you'll find the link for the Telegram group and come and join us there.
No, it's quite funny. We're not, I mean, some of us work, some of us don't. We obviously on it when we can, but it's good for a laugh. We share lots of jokes, lots of interesting articles, lots of mind-opening ideas, different commentary from around the world. Fantastic.
And Maryke's on our Telegram channel as well. So she does also provide us with a few laughs and a few bits of info.
How are you finding it? Maryke, how long have you been a part of the Telegram group now?
Since my first stream. So since I was first on your guys' stream, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember this is your second round. It feels like your first, but it's actually your second rodeo with us.
The second of many.
I just want to correct Chad about my Star Wars poster. That is actually R2-D2's face facing forward. You're not looking at R2's the back of his head. Okay, so
C-3PO is. And Chad, if you rewind this video, you will see I did have my ponytails in for you specifically, but I got tired of the look. My ears were getting cold, so I had to put down my ponytails. Oh yes, is there anything that you strive to do with the gun? Okay, like for instance, like riding, for example, like on my bucket list is riding on a horse at the ocean. Okay, and like swimming and my ultimate thing would obviously be like, this is now totally een van daai drome van my. I won't say the word, but if you were like on horseback, and I've seen a Facebook video of it where you actually get dolphins swimming in to investigate now what's this horse. Can you imagine that? So the point I'm making is, have you ever thought of you'd like to be in a vehicle with a mounted, like what's it, caliber 50 machine gun, like what's that movie? I actually haven't watched it. The old one, Mad Dog. What was it called? The new one with Charlize Theron. I haven't seen it. And you literally go. Is there something like that you're dying to do?
No, I don't think so. I would like to learn how to use a sword. You know, some
fencing,
medieval. No, not fencing. Like a longsword, like like King Arthur, Knight of the Round Table.
gosh, I tell you what, I don't know if Daddy's still watching, but this conversation could go one way very quickly. My mind is battling to focus, Ruthie, focus. Stay with it. Stay here. Right. Guns, ladies and gentlemen. Guns. Yes, and silhouette metallic sports shooting. Right.
I want to say thank you to ESCO for tuning in. I am really hoping to see you guys next year or the year after, when we can resume our normal shooting activities. And thank you to all the other silhouette shooters that tuned in to watch. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and don't forget to check out Protea and Germ Warfare and Ronaldo. Sadly, I didn't see Roman here. I'm going to have to withhold some super chats from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Eleutheria and Joe, Emilio, and also the Farmers Trap. Wait, no, maybe I've got it wrong now.
Farmers Travels.
That's it. Yeah.
Farmers Travels. Yes.
Yeah. So everybody, we're growing a little South African rightist community here, YouTube community. I think it's good that we share our views and let people and our family and our friends know exactly what we're about, and that we will not go quietly. We will not obey. We will not forget life as it was and how we grew up, and we will not let our children. I don't want my kids. They're already doing it, but I really don't want my children for the rest of their lives to be wearing masks.
And if we're going down fighting.
Yes. Guns blazing.
Guns or swords or pepper spray, whichever way. We're not going quite.
Or swords.
Yes. And I want you to know, I'm not even drinking. I haven't touched a drop. I might have had one small gin earlier. I've been drinking this. And there's no alcohol in this. I am not shickered, as they say. I am stone sober. I swear now. Yes. Wait, have we lost Laura again? No, Laura's there. Alrighty. Yeah, cool.
Chat says, well, I suppose if C3PO and R2D2 are both male, then they are perhaps facing the right way.
Oh, my soul. Thank you.
That's not where R2D2 sockets are. So, sorry.
Well done.
Getting fun to get going.
Boys. Anyway, ladies, I don't know, guys. Are we? I'm just here. You two, Maryke. I don't want to keep you from a good night. Whatever. I can still blush.
No, I think I've said my piece. If anybody has any other questions, but I think I've promoted silhouette shooting well enough tonight. I think I've covered all the basics, and some advanced technical matters. So yeah.
But next time you go to the shooting range or something, try and maybe film it. Or we need to get a film crew up. I know I've got a very good TG guy here who would love to maybe do a bit of filming in the field, and we can maybe organize something that also for Paratus as well. I think it's something because I think the more people see it, the more people realize how easy it is. The more people become accustomed to it.
Definitely. There's nothing to be afraid of with guns. It's not going to bite you in a literal sense. So yeah, there is a stigma connected to it, but with proper education, we can overcome it. And obviously, exposure is necessary. And like somebody said, once you get that first whiff of gunpowder on the range, you are absolutely hooked. Especially if it's early morning and you can still smell the dew on the grass. It's cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely worth it. Definitely.
I agree. 120%.
And you would know, and you would definitely know. No, brilliant stuff. Thank you so much, Maryke.
Well, thank
I just
you.
want to say hello to Brett. Brett, yes, Han did shoot first. He definitely did. And okay, on that bombshell, thank you, ladies. Thank you to our viewers.
You are a bombshell. You're a bombshell. We're all bombshells. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers, everyone. Keep talking and keep smiling.